It's the ant hole, baby. Here we are again with Don Louis, talking about the state of our union, not as black folks, but as colored folks. Because when they talk about black, white, and Asian, that's only three. But when you say people of color, that includes the Asian, that includes the Hispanic, that includes us, that includes the African American, the Cuban, the Dominican, all of us, people of color. Don't never get it twisted. We dominate the world still today.
Mm-hmm.
Even in our division.
I still take pride in being a black man.
Okay. Then.
Amongst all of those.
You got to say it loud. Say it loud.
I'm black and I'm proud.
Go ahead then.
You know, I'm a Moor. I'm an Afro-Asiatic black man. I'm a Nubian. I'm all of them.
Hey.
Yeah.
I'm a Moor too.
Mm-hmm.
Always trying to get more, have more, and do more. Let's go.
Mm-hmm. I'll drink to that.
Yes, sir. I like these glasses, man, with the bullet hole in it. Unpierceable.
Shout out to Mel, good friend of mine, got me those.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Here, you need another one. Don't read that.
Okay.
Because that's over with.
Talk about getting
She's
good
still a
gifts.
good friend though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, tell me when. You pour your own poison, man.
Oh, man, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? My daddy ain't even fix me no drinks. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, I got some cranberry juice. Cool.
Oh, you got the juice too. All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
But if we were starting off where I left off, I was saying that you got the GA convention over there, man, and it gives me a global perspective of gentrification. People are going to move with money, regardless. You can take the whole continent of Africa, and because that's where the development is coming anyway. We could talk about that. But and if they have the money to afford to live where they want to live, then they're going to move there because that's where they want to be and they can afford to be there. And if you can't afford to be there, then you either going to step your game up or you're going to get to stepping.
Dang.
It's that simple. That's literally gentrification. And are you going to be mad about it, or
right? You can be mad as much as you want.
Yeah.
Look, that's no different from eminent domain, where I have a house that my parents have had for 35 years, and companies and government says we're going to use this land that you've been on for all your life. Your grandparents, your great-grandparents have owned. We see a train station going through here, or an airport, or whatever they see. So many of our cities, people of
eminent
color.
domain is a little different, though.
I don't know, because do you know that Dallas-Fort Worth, the airport, is on black territory?
Yeah, that's the games that they play. That's not gentrification.
Yeah,
that is
eminent domain.
That's land grabbing, land stealing, and that's like redlining. That's shit that's been going on for years, where they use their politics to take land from you. Gentrification.
Politics. That's the first time I heard that one.
Oh man. Yeah.
Politics.
You really don't do social media that much. I don't know who I stole that from. I done heard it so many times.
That's all right. That's yours today.
Yeah. But that's what it is. It's politics. You know what I mean? Where they lobby these motherfuckers. Hey, we don't want them over here, and then boom, that's land grab, that's land stealing, all that old shit. Gentrification is the natural evolution of the natural migration of money. You know what I mean? And demand.
Natural migration of money.
Where people with money want to live where they want to live, and Inglewood is booming right now. You got all of these stadiums that's going on. This is the best, man. We get this Manchester breeze. We blessed over there because Manchester take you all the way out to the water,
straight to the water.
You know what I mean? And
that's crazy. Huh?
It'll be hot on any one of these blocks. It's a straight shot. There's no big buildings blocking. It just comes straight up Manchester, come up that hill, and it's nice over here, year round.
Yeah,
you dig? So
it's true.
If I got money and I live in fucking bumfuck North Dakota, I just won the lottery. I no longer want to live in bumfuck Fargo, Dakota. I don't want to live over there. Right. I want to live where the weather. I'm tired of putting chains on my tires in the winter, slip and slide. My insurance so damn high. Weatherproofing the house and the car. Getting frostbite on my balls. All that. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to move to the beach. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And and enjoy this. What Kendrick say? The women, weed, and weather. Right?
Yes,
yeah.
Indeed.
So that's what the fuck is going on. And because I call it the Hawaiification of Los Angeles, where the natives are struggling and all of the imports are enjoying it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Most people from LA are the support class.
Yeah.
Everybody, and when I first got out the pen, I worked at this company and we went in all of the rich neighborhoods, Bel Air, Calabasas, Brentwood, Beverly Hills, Malibu, all of the rich neighborhoods. And me being the engaging guy that I am, I talk to all the clients, and none of them are from LA. They from the East Coast, they from Israel, they from the Ukraine, they from fucking Italy, France, every fucking where, but LA. You know who's from LA?
Who?
Motherfuckers down here in the support communities. All of the nicest areas that are being enjoyed the most are from people
outsiders
that came, and they're enjoying it.
So
that's
I
how
think,
Hawaii is
but I think that's how other folks be like, America, you pick yourself up by your own bootstraps, because if you've been here all your life and there's so much opportunity out here, that's why people come here. For not just because of women and weed and weather, unless you're a pimp, but you come out here for the opportunity.
Yeah. Just like how people from all over the world come to America, and
so
they
it's
immediately
like,
they got a business in 5 years.
So it's
Asians,
like saying,
yeah.
If I can come here and just do a business, then what about the native? The native, all that's missing is the ideas. And
the
I
mindset.
think, mindset and ideas. That's two different things, though. I think the mindset says
the ideas be there. You talk to any one of them. You can. The next person to walk by and ask them, they got a mind full of ideas, but do they have the mindset to produce those, to actually manifest those ideas? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everybody got a dream. You can, any kid to sit in your chair like, oh, I want to do this. Okay,
right.
Well, what are your habits? What are you doing to that's going to get you
cultivate those?
You know what I mean? That's going to help you manifest that dream. To take what's in your brain and bring it out into reality. What habits are you doing? Yeah. You playing video games all day. You on YouTube when you're not. You know what I'm saying? You're a straight couch potato, and you think that it's just gonna materialize.
Come to
you know what I'm saying? So, but people, they want this so much that when they got here, they already achieved the first part of the step. I'm here, because this is the land of opportunity.
It is
like where you can start from the bottom, from the gutter, and literally. Through sacrifice, grit, wear the same. Like, we spoiled. We want to look like we own, and we ain't on.
Right.
These motherfuckers that come over here, they wear the same shit every day.
Bruh,
they got one outfit that they wear to church on Sunday or something. You know what I'm saying? But they wear the same shit every day. They hustle. They eat the same meal every motherfucking day, and they stack because they like. What? I'm already here. The weather is great. I love my life. Yeah. I'm out here hustling. And in 5 years or in 3 years, this money is going to be enough for me to get my fucking hauling truck, my own truck.
Yeah.
They already got it mapped out.
Yeah.
They're
so
saving
that's what I'm saying. Like
$200 a day.
So what is if a native has been here all their lives, then a person come here
They
5
complacent.
years. Yeah. So what do you think needs to happen for or to the person that been here all their life?
Well,
what do you think about reparations?
Because
if you
I'm definitely pro reparations, but even like we just saw, honestly, this is keep it 1,000. We just saw a preview of what would happen with reparations with this during the scamdemic.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was like literally Dave Chappelle. It turned Dave Chappelle into a prophet.
Right.
You remember that episode where he said if niggas got reparations, everybody have a Cadillac. Everybody gave their money right back to him. Everybody that got, I mean, not everybody, but the majority of it.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Everybody.
It's to the point now where I'm proud of the motherfuckers that bought gold. Because at least they got something
for real
appreciated right now. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like everybody was clowning nigga, he went and got him a gold chain. Well, at least they got something. They can go cash it in and they made some money.
Exactly.
They still got that.
Especially.
And it actually appreciated.
Yeah.
But, these dudes, they bought these cars. Now the cars is repoed. They bought now you got to uphold that image like you balling and you notice you was just, you know what I'm saying?
I ain't never been an image guy.
Oh, my God, man. I knew niggas that was homeless by all practical means, like living from their girlfriend's house to the other girlfriend's house to the grandmama's couch when all of them pissed off and went and bought a brand new Maserati. You know what I'm saying? Like you
bought a bro. Hold on.
And you're homeless. You're homeless. Like this. Where's your address?
Home hopping.
Yeah, you couch surfing.
Damn.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. Like so, it's the mindset. So you can give reparations, and I am pro reparations. I don't feel like it should be with strings attached, like you have to do.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like it should be in the form of land rather than money. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's initially what they said: 40 acres and a mule, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, give them some 40 acres and
6 white
cow.
women.
6 white women. A heifer.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Give me 40 acres and 6 white women.
Give me 40 acres and a bull.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, but nah, I feel like land. If you want to give us reparations, give us a state.
Yeah.
Give us Georgia. We can work with Georgia.
We can work with Georgia for sure.
Yeah. Give us Georgia.
Do you know that? I mean, this is what I heard. That Wesley Snipes owned not a military, but a martial arts school in Georgia, and it was kind of like the martial arts that he knows. It's like it's ancient to our people and stuff like that, and so he had like a school and they closed it down. This is what I heard. This is what I heard. I don't know how true it is because I never went to the school and I never really did research, but that's what I heard. I kind of believe it. I can see that happening. Because if a bunch of brothers are on the corner on 5th and Manchester, and some white men are on 6th and Manchester, cops are going to stop us first. You know? That's just how I feel. You know?
Yeah.
When we gather,
I feel like that's statistically a fact.
Yeah.
Statistically, that would probably be a fact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just feel like when our people gather, it's always like, well, what are they doing? But then when other people gather, it's like, oh, let them go. Almost like, also like, the gangsters out here, they'll pass right by somebody walking their dog and then go bang on somebody that look like themselves.
Yeah, that's nigga shit. Like I said, they made niggas. This is literally what they engineered. Yeah.
They made niggas.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I believe that too.
You're a genetically engineered nigger, okay? Until you wake up and stop calling yourself a nigger, you're still a nigger. I mean, if you, I mean, you do, niggas will literally, they ain't. The fact that the fact that Zimmerman is still walking the streets of Florida is a black eye to every hood nigga, everybody that consider themselves a thug in the state of Florida, that goes and kills a nigga that's stepping on his shoe, killed a nigga that was tripping on over a bra, anything, and Zimmerman still running. And I take a selfie
with Zimmerman.
You know what I'm saying? That niggas is niggers. You're a nigger. I don't care, and I'm gonna keep saying it. That way, niggas shock themselves out of it.
Wake them up somehow.
Nigga, you's a nigger. Don't get mad when they call you a nigger because you acting like one. You literally are. You hate yourself. You know, if
Man.
I'm telling you, you buy a house in a nice neighborhood, right? Regardless of who your neighbors are. If you have an Asian on one side, a motherfucker from Australia, you know, somebody from, you know, you have an African on this side, right? And now the Africans moved out, right? The U-Haul pulls up. First thing you hear is, you know, I ain't gonna put nobody on, but you hear rap music. There's a difference between rap music and hip hop. We can talk about that too, because that's a part of the state of the culture.
Okay.
The state music is a big part of it.
Oh, for sure.
Right? But anyway, you hear rap music coming from the U-Haul. Who's that, honey? Oh, you got some new neighbors moving in. The U-Haul's pulling up.
They might even
who are
consider
they playing?
Them neighbors yet.
I'm talking about you and your wife. You and your, right? Somebody hops out, playing loud rap music. He got his pants pulled down around with the skinnies, with the bell bottoms that they doing now. He has braids or locks. You know what I'm saying? And then his girl got tattoos on her face. You know, are you happy or sad? Just we're in a place. Just imagine this right now. Yeah. Are you happy or sad with the new neighbors, with the U-Haul, what they just hopped out? 2-3 little kids just popped out with them. You know what I mean? And this is the avatar that you haven't even talked to them yet. Just right now, how do you feel?
Like I gotta defend something.
Like you gotta defend something. Okay. All right.
Internally, like I'm like eventually I'm gonna have to.
Yeah. See, and that feeling, I can't say that I would feel the same. I would feel, but I totally get what you're saying. I would be like, damn, the property, but I feel like an annoyance just moved next door to me already. Yeah. And I haven't even talked to him yet. Yeah. And this is a transparent moment for myself. That why should I feel this way?
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? And now I feel a huge responsibility. Yeah. Because now I'm going to have to help bring them up to speed with
the community.
First of all, the way you pulled up, I wasn't feeling that. But this is you. This is yours. You can do.
Right.
And I already know.
The way we do it around here.
I can only imagine the way they looking at me already. Like, who is this nigga? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like, what? Yeah. I'm here now, motherfucker. Right. Like it or not. Right. And because that's how I would feel when I'm pulling up to my new house. Right. I don't. And I'm enjoying it. I might have been blasting some. You know, some
girl out there like, yeah, bitch, we look at where we at now. Like,
yeah, and they like, this motherfucker. You know what I mean? But that just goes back to say that our community's in such disrepair that we're not even excited to see each other.
That's true.
That's what I'm saying? I'm supposed to be excited to see my own somebody that looks like me pulling up next door. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. That's true.
But because our avatar right now is not representing what's underneath in many cases, because I feel like I carry myself in an upstanding way, but people, you know, I got tattoos and all this other shit. People tell me all the time I don't look like who I am, you know, when they get to know me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hear that. Yeah. You look like who you are. No. Just so you know that.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Hey, why did you say avatar though?
I mean, because that's what you are. That's what this is. You are animating this avatar. I can cut this open and all this shit. It didn't affect who you are, because it's gonna hurt you because we're connected sensorily to these nerves and shit.
Mm-hmm.
But you're a light being that's in there somewhere that's animating this. Or you might not even be in there. You might be up there with some remote control type shit. But this is just the avatar that we animate
for sure.
here. And you can decorate it to wherever the fuck way you want to decorate it. You know what I mean? To represent who you truly are. But that's ultimately what's going on.
Nah, I'm digging it. Come on. Wow. I'm digging that because I just did a comedy bit about avatars. You know, I'm working on a bit, and it's kind of like everybody's hiding behind the truth of that they're not. And it came because one of the things I thought about, like when it comes to like where we are today, I look at like the evolution of how we got here. Like I remember in like 2001 when I first came to California, they started reality shows, and these reality shows were like, oh, now you don't have the artistry of commercials and movies and stuff like that. It's like reality show is like a different department or a different component of entertainment. And so now you don't have to dance all night and study and do all that stuff. And so we've gradually become a microwave generation from the aspect of like of like where we were to where we are now. And so I just was saying all that. Let me form a question around all this. Where do you feel with all of the things that's going on in the world? Where do you feel healing can begin? I know you said the family first, but then outside, say the families are together. How do you? What about families do you think that could make things better?
Okay. This is pressing big fast forward over how to get the families back together. But now we're at a juncture where the families are together. Now you realize that characteristics have the opportunity to congeal into culture, because when the families stay together, that's what happens. And once you have a culture, the healing has already begun, because right now, okay, for instance, I say all the time, I grew up in an era where we would kill for any one of our cousins. And now we're living in an era where these youngsters are growing up and they will kill any one of their cousins because they don't even know them. You know what I'm saying? They don't know them. Like
that's true.
It's a whole fact, man. Like when you have when you know all of your siblings, you know all of your cousins, and family stays together, you have characteristics that are the same. Like we got the same diet, we got the we don't backbite. I went after all these years, got out the pen, went back home, and it was very educational for me. After I got off parole, I moved back to Missouri for 3 years, and I was around family that I hadn't been around since I was a kid for a regular basis, and I saw that we have so many similar traits. That even though we grew up, me and my brother, my mother brought us out here to L.A. The rest of the family stayed back, you know what I mean? And we still had to say, like, even the laziest of us got more hustle.
Still got some more, some traits.
We all got hustle.
That's good.
Every last one of my cousins run whatever profession they in, they run that shit, or they got their own business going. That's my grandfather was a king. And you see the royalty in all of my family.
That's dope.
That's
dope.
And there's nothing I can take the credit for. I just literally, I was blessed.
Man.
You know what I mean?
So that's dope.
But I say that's what gives me the bird's eye view of understanding that when families stay, because they stayed together. My grandmother and my grandfather, they argued like a motherfucker, you know, but they stayed together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that was the sacrifice that was made, almost like a blood sacrifice that was made. And look at how many generations have benefited from that, because our family is doing better than the families that didn't stay together, that didn't make that sacrifice. The people say, I don't know. No, you stay in the household. Look at what you doing. You teaching them the wrong. Shut the fuck up.
Right.
I'm sorry. That's just stay together.
Yeah.
I stay together. Anybody, and I know, I don't care. You can get all of the battered bitches. Excuse me, all of the battered wives. I'm sorry, cut that part out. No, you can get all of the battered wives, all of the you know, the people that getting battered by their wives, and it's like, no, I didn't want to. So, man, stay together, because the kids are going to benefit from your characteristics. If you got principles,
I believe that
they will congeal in the street gangs are staying together longer than the families. So the kids are growing up wanting to claim the street gang rather than their last name.
Wow.
Oh, my boyfriend. Oh, my daddy from Whoop-Doo. My daddy from Whoop-Doo. Because that it has a reputation with a recognition that might register with whoever they're trying to present themselves to, that will get them to leave them the fuck alone. You know, the desired effect from it. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Their family name carries no weight. The Johnsons. Now, what's it, Gillings, Antonio? Yeah. So, just imagine if you had 5 kids, your sister had 6 kids, your brother had 4 kids. You know what I mean? And then all of y'all stayed in the same community, and then you got nieces, nephews, all y'all. You would be like, oh, your daughter, your granddaughter, your niece, when she goes to school and she gets like, oh, that's one of them Gillings girls. You better, because they know how y'all get down.
And we're together.
And they know that she's protected. You fuck with her brother gonna be up here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That don't happen no more. That's why you see so many black women saying that they're the most.
Her uncle gonna come and fuck you up, and he just 2 years older than her.
You see what I'm saying? That part. He's younger than her.
Right.
You feel me? Right. Yeah. So, my daughter's uncle is younger than her. For real. But nah. So, that's what happens when that, bringing the conversation full circle. The healing starts when the family stay together. You dig what I'm saying? In any new society, you can go and have a breakaway civilization on Mars. Another breakaway, because it's already there. But and tribes are going to emerge. In a healthy society, tribes emerge from families. And a subculture, which is what I call this shit that we dealing with right now, is a subculture. The tribes emerge from street gangs, because the street gangs stay. Any nigga coming here from Grape Street right now, I mean, I've been around everybody. I'ma know it. Oh, that nigga from Grape, because they got their own culture over there.
You say you know it?
Yeah. Certain tribes, they got their own culture. You know? They got a reputation. They got a, you know, you can automatically know what type of, you know, when you really in tune to the streets. You know what I'm saying? And like they got their own lingo. What's up, my nigga? Motherfucker. Nigga from Compton. You know certain lingos. Certain tribes.
Yeah.
Because they stay together. Niggas ain't moving out them projects. They only paying $30 a month. they driving Bentleys in that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But the family didn't stay together. He don't even know his cousin, his second cousin on his daddy's side. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
But he knows his big homies, little homies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I believe you.
Yeah, so
that makes sense.
That's literally what's going. So when you have families staying together, then the healing already starts. Yeah, you dig. You got to get the family structure back together, and you say, well, shit, how the fuck is you gonna do that when you see we living in the era where the girls is approaching dudes in the bars like you do like girls, right? Like literally, that's where we at with it right now.
That's
Girls have to the girls are approaching dudes now. Girls are proposing
that's out of
dudes
line.
now. And girls are approaching dudes having to ask, like, you do like girls, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That just shows you the state of the union.
Jesus Christ. And I do mean the Jesus Christ, translated from Yahushua.
Oh, man. Yeah.
It's crazy because, when I was growing up, bro, I knew, one, maybe two gay guys. One was my cousin Seneca. And, that was it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that's the only guy that I ever gave a kind of like a pass to, because I was like, that nigga got all that feminine energy in the house. His dad was always going to work, and he had 7 sisters, and he was the second from the baby girl.
Mm-hmm.
So like all that female influence, I'm not giving him a pass,
mm-hmm.
but I understand, from his sake, because he was that way. I'm gonna say that again. I'm not against anybody doing what they want to do for their lives. I can't judge no one for what they choose. I got stuff that may not be right for me, but it definitely ain't that way. But whatever I got wrong in my life, it ain't for you to judge. And what you got wrong in your life, it ain't for me to judge. Mm-hmm. 'Cause at the end of the day, I do believe that we all gotta face God for ourselves, and He's the ultimate judge of like all things. I think I did a post about that today. Like don't judge me, cause I got issues. I know I got issues. Everybody got issues, but the state of our union today, not just as our people, but everybody. Look at reality shows and instant TV, and they see other people's lives as not being that bad, and then when they don't do the introspective work on their own lives. That's how I feel. Mm-hmm. I feel like a lot of people are able, like for instance, if I knew your business, it's easy for me to be like, oh man, you need to do this, you need to do that, you need to do this, all these things, and I ain't even doing the same thing on my own life. If everybody take the time to tap back into themselves and it's like, what's the work that I need to do to make my life better? Period. State of our union. Mm-hmm. The state of our union is so indicative to our people minding our own business. Like if you gotta first of all know what your business is. Then when you know what your business is, you gotta work your business. You gotta work.
When you know what your business is, you'll know that it ain't the sexual preference of the next motherfucker.
It sure ain't. It sure ain't.
Yeah. But eggs, to bring it back, eggs alone don't bake a cake. It's so many factors that goes into the explosion of homosexuality over the past. The gays would probably argue that no, all of these it's been this amount of gay people. It's just society had everybody in hiding and they were suppressing who they really was. Yeah. But no, it is an explosion of homosexual activity, and it comes from the hormones that's going into the food, mm-hmm. and the societal norm, the structure of society being broken down, where you have what they want to call toxic masculinity, mm-hmm. where if you're not dribbling the ball or throwing the ball, and you looked at it soft, so it's making it. That's always existed. Bullying has always existed. Roasting has always existed. Yep. It's just that we live in a soft ass society right now that has softened up everybody, the generation, in general,
yep.
and
they don't even know it.
And the men are suffering from it, and then it snowballs after that, because after you have a collapse in the masculinity of the men, then the women no longer look up to the men as men. They say, I can be a better man than you. Jeez. You know what I'm saying? So, and women are the most beautiful of all God's creations. I think the whole world agrees. And so, of course, a woman is attracted to another woman. So it say, shit, I could be a better man to this bitch than you can. And so that's where you get these gays from. I mean, the females, the lesbians from. And these soft-ass dudes that just naturally they never want to, participate in the masculinity of that shit. But in a past time, they may have still found their way as a man without putting a dick in their mouth. But now,
What?
because the whole world is telling them that you gay and you saw this, so they figure they'll never get a woman. I had a gay dude in my chair not too long ago, real cool dude, but he told me that he's still attracted to women, but it is gone because now I guess he done took so many dicks up the ass. I don't know what it is.
Wow.
But he literally told me that he felt like he couldn't get the woman that he wanted, like the girls that he wanted, because he wasn't masculine like the dudes that they were looking up to. And all of them was like on his head telling them how he was, like soft. That's and this, and that, and the other. And so he was like, well, shit, maybe I am gay. At the end of the day, in a past lifetime, they might have been a broad. Like, might have been. But no, play by the rules, okay? You're a boy this time. Be a boy.
Yeah, when you playing spades,
yeah,
you got your hand, and that's what you stuck with, goddamn.
Yeah.
I got 3 hearts, 4 clubs, 7 diamonds, and the rest spades. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. That was probably over 13, but anyway.
Yeah,
But
I get your point.
But yeah, so I don't know, man.
I feel like that's where the explosion of homosexuality is in our community. And then, like I said, eggs on don't bake it. You have so many absentee male mentors and so much femininity. And then when the man does come in, this is another scenario that's like syndicated in our community. The woman being the hero.
Mm-hmm.
And let's say she has 2 boys or a boy and a girl, right? Mm-hmm. Or just one boy. And when the father comes in or the man comes in, right, the kid gets, used to him, this and the other, and then boom, he breaks the hero's heart, his mom's heart. And, and he goes off and it's like he's there comforting his mom and, around listening. She can hear from the other room. They bashing men like niggas ain't shit. Mm-hmm. That shit is this young boy is soaking that up. Before you know, he's like, I don't want to be that.
Right.
You know what I mean? If that's what it is, I don't want to be that. Mm-hmm. And then she accepts him back in, right? And then, he gets used to it, and then boom, next thing you know, she's in her room crying for weeks again. This young boy is his image, the way he's looking at men is negative already. Mm-hmm. He'd rather be a broad. He'd rather be a woman, a hero. And, she's constantly the one, when she say, ask your dad, that's a sentence to say, a death sentence saying, no, you're not getting it. And then guess what? His birthday, Christmas roll up, whatever he wanted, magically appears. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, you got all of this shit, and then the kids constantly hearing, even though the women might be in the other room, they bashing men. And that's why you got these soft-ass boys growing up that would rather be women than a man. Like, no, I don't even want to be associated with that. Like, they talk so. You know how kids are. Kids, like, if they hear a bunch of people talking bad, I don't want to be that. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they hear all these women talking about. They talking
brother,
bad
you're
about
stepping
men.
on my feet right now. Stepping on my feet. Is that right?
Yeah. I said something you needed to hear?
Yeah, but it's my ex, bro, is doing the same thing to my children. She got my children really feeling like I left for another woman. When I left so they could have peace. Like, real talk. Like, I left because I didn't have no peace in the home. And I wasn't seen like that. And so when I left, I reestablished boundaries and myself. And I found somebody that really respect me. And so when I found this person that really respect me, then it's like, yeah, your dad left because it did it. No, I left because of respect. Because I could, you've been a hustler, so you don't know about living in the red. Your bank account being in the red. Okay.
Knock it the fuck off. What real hustler bank hell ain't ever not been? It goes, hey, it's ups and downs for a real one. Shit, don't get it fucked up.
Nah, but listen.
Yeah.
So that's how I felt in that relationship. No matter how much good I do, I felt like I was always in the red. And I told her that one time. I said, I am trying my best to give you what you need. But I wasn't giving myself what I needed. When I started doing that, then that's when things changed in the aspect of like, I gotta start living for me. Because living just for the kids, just for the wife, just for the things, it ain't working. You gotta live for yourself every day. You gotta choose you every day. That's where God is. People look outside themselves for God all day long. But God is in us, each and every one of us. And when we vibe, we call that God. When we don't vibe, we call that the devil. But it really ain't the devil. Sometimes you, like me, you might get into it sometime, but that ain't gonna break our brotherhood. You know, like we gotta know how to constructively get into it with people and get back on the same page eventually, you know?
Oh, Lord. No, don't say that.
I'm just joking.
No, the only pursuit, I feel like the sincere and honest pursuit of perfection is the closest to perfection we'll receive. We'll get to on this planet. The honest and sincere pursuit of perfection is the closest to perfection we'll ever see on this planet, right?
I can dig that.
Yeah.
So that means as long as you seeking
so
something.
Perfect.
Call me perfect then, cause I'm always seeking what my heart desires.
There it is, there, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm perfect and I'm worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Goddamn right.
Yeah. So, all right.
Go ahead.
Let me ask you a question.
All right.
What do you feel is the direction that the black man needs to go in to repair his image to the black woman?
Ooh, that's a great question. How can a black man repair his image to a black woman that he's already offended? I'm gonna approach that in two ways.
However you want to answer the question.
I'm gonna approach that in two ways. From the woman that I offended to the woman that I have now. All right, so to the woman that I offended, I did everything that this woman wanted me to do. And when I say everything, don't touch me. Get away from me. Come in. Let's go on a trip. Let's do this. I want Gucci. I want Louis. I want this. I want that. Let's go here. I don't want to deal with this type of people. I want to be friends with this. I did everything my wife wanted me to do. And so when I look at like how I wasn't like I remember one time, man, to be honest, I was seeking her. Like, babe, what we doing? Like, this ain't really working. But I shouldn't have been seeking her. Now looking back, I should have been like, God, like, deal with that. Because I'm not, you know? And so with having a woman now that's more of my friend, I'm still able to be transparent with her. I'm gonna say this on the podcast. She know my love for black women, and I don't hide that from her. She know I got an issue when it comes to black women, like for real. And I don't hide that from her, but I'm not in that same space that I used to be. So now, like, if I see a black woman that look good or whatever, I might want to talk to her. I might even talk to her. But my conversation is like, hey, how you doing? And like that. I'm not putting myself in situations to disappoint or upset like what I got going on. And so that's the difference now that I have in myself. But I don't even know if I answered your question. What was it?
I said, and as I'm listening to you talk, I feel like I set you up for a trick question because I'm thinking, I'm listening to your answer, and you answered that question, but that's really not what it is. Ultimately, I would say that, first of all, the black man needs to repair his image to himself, and the woman will fall in line.
That's true.
Because
that's true.
What we need to do is for ourselves and for our young men, and for the sake of the role of head of household, it needs to be done for us. We need to get our ethics together, our principles, constitution.
What about if you don't know? Like you say, healing yourself or making yourself that person. But what about if you don't know what that looks like?
And that a whole lot don't. That's why men need to do it for ourselves and for the young. That's why I said the young men, because you might be the young man even at 40, some odd years old. You might still be the young man that needs somebody to mentor you through some shit that you're going through, and you need to be that for somebody that's 27, somebody that's 17.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure, yeah.
Because there is a lack of real men. You have a bunch of, I'm going to say it again, niggers, you know what I'm saying, that our young kids are looking up to, so they're young niggers in the making. Because they're looking up to somebody that they call in the man. I remember when I was young, man, when, I was, like I said, I was an equal opportunity hustler. I had my hands in some of everything. And I was once influenced to rob a bank. The statute of limitations allowed me to talk about this in vagueness. But the dudes was setting us up, man. Just hindsight, now that I'm grown, hindsight is 20/20. You was a cold predator. Like you was a cold, like you was a piece of shit.
Sending kids up.
Why would you send some kid? I was 15 years old. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I know
where I'm at now.
But see, I think
I wouldn't do a 15-year-old that way.
Yeah.
Even with me and now, I thank God that I make my money legally in all streams. But even if I was still dabbling in illegal shit, I'm not gonna have a 15-year-old do nothing that's gonna take him away from the street.
I think
I
get what you're saying.
What the youngsters are looking up to, though.
But yeah, I get what you're saying. But you got to look at, like, we did know a little bit of the law. So like, if you got a minor to do something for you, they wouldn't really do no time. They would get away, and it's like, let me get this young man to do it, so I ain't gonna do no hard time.
I ain't excusing it.
I'm not excusing it either.
Nigga, these young kids is looking up.
But that's what they did.
And then when they in the pen, these niggas they don't look out for them. They send them. They worsen their life.
That's
not
true.
Better their life.
I agree to that.
What I'm saying? And I'm telling you, I've seen it inside out, upside down, every which way angle to look at it, and we have the wrong mentors. Many, and largely, you have dudes that's out there that's doing the damn thing. Some, like I said, go back to they not on social media, so it's hard to, because if you don't see it happen on social media, then you think it's not happening. If you stuck in the metaverse and you're not living out here in the universe, I'm really out here in the streets. I'm out here every day, tangible. You know what I mean? And I see what's going on, and I do my part from where I'm at to my circle of influence. And I do recognize that a lot of these young, I may be the only voice of reason, the only mentor that some of these young, and that's why some of them keep coming back to me.
That's real.
Like these young man, I see it happen from the shop in Kansas City to the shop out here to selling cars where I done sold this kid his first car. Now he's on his third car. He turned his girlfriend onto me and all this old shit. And they grow up with me, and I realize that it's not a whole lot of dudes that be in these youngsters' ear in a positive way, giving them guidance.
That's true. Yeah.
And a lot of these niggas is don't have the game to give them.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it can get kind of ugly, man. Like in our community, like literally our and my community, the hood, they sent all of us away. We all did 10 years or better.
Yeah.
Except for my brother. He came home. And, anyway, and I came home to the young homies that was like 10, 11 years old. These motherfuckers don't even know how to jump start a car. Don't know how to change a tire. They gonna call AAA. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's crazy.
I'm dead serious. And we grew up, the homies, my crew, we grew up fucking with cars. We was driving at 13, 14 years old. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And like we was changing oil, changing brakes, changing, all of this shit. Like switching rims, putting rims on this car.
What about a master link?
Because we want them on this
bike.
car this weekend. We gonna put them same rims on that car next week. We doing all of this. And these youngsters can't do none of that shit because they sent us away. We was the ones that were responsible for lacing them. Yeah. Had we been there, then they would have grew up doing the same thing. Yeah. That's why I say characteristics don't get to congeal into culture when you constantly breaking everybody up.
Damn.
Yeah, man. And that's what's going on.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's crazy. That's real.
Yeah, man. So, men got to be mentors out here, and the women to fall in line.
Yeah, I believe that. Though.
Like, these women, they pussies ain't even getting wet from these niggas no more because they more of a man than the men that they fucking with. Mm-hmm. It was like, you supposed to take a man to the car lot to buy a car. The bitch know more about the fucking car than the nigga that she taking down there. Right. She the one that got the credit. She like, I should have left this nigga at home.
Right.
It's ugly.
Yeah.
It's ugly, man. We gotta. It's like we gotta take immediate action.
That's true, man.
Because I don't want to just have it like a depressing, bleak ass. Like immediate action needs to be taken right now. The men have to start making sacrifices to stay with these knucklehead ass bitches because they lost and they don't know that they lost, and that's the worst kind of loss. That's the worst kind of loss is when you don't know you lost.
Bro, but that goes back to what I was saying. That was what I was saying earlier. How much do you try to wake a mug up before you be like, I'm tired of shaking your ass. Like, that's how I was in a relationship. I'm like, I'm tired of being in the red. I see a different way. You don't see me in the way. That was the red. Mm-hmm. How can we move past? And it's like sometimes you just gotta leave that shit alone, cause which that's sad that we have to sacrifice some of our people, which goes back to what I was saying earlier, how other folks will sacrifice theirs. Mm-hmm. Like when you are out of the matrix and you see everything as it is, I think that we supposed to try to wake people up, and when we see they ain't gonna wake up, we gotta keep moving to those who will wake up. Because like I said, if me, you, 5 other dudes are fighting for our cause, and we gotta fight against 1,000 of people look like us, it's gonna get tiring. That's why the scriptures say don't be weary and well doing.
Did Farrakhan get tired?
Yeah, that nigga get tired.
He 90-something years old, and he still do Savior's Day every year. Man. But everybody ain't Farrakhan.
Everybody not. That's why you can only be one of a kind.
Yeah, man.
But I love Farrakhan, man.
He the last one from that era, still pushing, saying that ain't compromised, ain't bent, bowed, or nothing.
I'm glad they protected him all these years.
Man, there's something about the nation, man. I feel like, I consider myself Christian. I consider myself, technically the term Muslim just means he who submits to the will of God. Mm-hmm. So even as a Christian, you should consider yourself a Muslim.
And even as a Muslim, look, this is what I found out years
Muslims
ago.
believe in Christ.
That's what it is.
You know what I mean?
Like, and what the Bible say about who believe in Christ? You should not perish but have eternal life.
There it is there.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
We all have eternal life. Some of us ain't gonna enjoy their eternity. Some of you ain't gonna enjoy your eternity, but you are eternal. Yeah. But
that's real though.
Yeah, man. I really feel like that's the answer. That's the key. We all have to, as black men, do our part. Be a mentor to another young black man. Hold your brothers, your cousins, your partners accountable for being men when you see them doing some fuck shit. Yeah. Don't be a yes man. Mm-hmm. Actually tell them, check them on that shit, because accountability is key. Yeah. Repair the family structure. Mm-hmm. When you pop a baby up in his bra, rock with her forever. That's what I tell my son. I tell my nephews, and I tell myself. That's why a lot of people think I'm gonna be a player for life because I'm plural. It took a whole lot for me to get to where I'm at, to reach this level of confidence and honesty. And it's so peaceful. It is. The women that I deal with, they know exactly who I am and what I do. It ain't no lies. It ain't no bad karma coming back around this way, because I'm completely honest. Oh my goodness. And what's for you will find you. I'm trying to tell you that, Keep man. Talking. I'm trying to tell you. Yeah, what's for you will find you. You lie to these women, and you really just slowing down the process of what you finding what's for you. You know what I'm saying? You tell them I have no interest, zero, if that's really what you are. You right. Know what I mean? You don't. Yeah. And
honesty is the best policy.
Every time, just be a man about it. They've been telling you this for years. Tony Braxton wrote that song in the 90s, huh? You know what I mean? Just be a man about it. Be honest.
Yeah. Yeah, so listen. It's been an honor and a pleasure to have my boy Don on today on the Ant Hole. We have dug deep in the state of our union. We've dug deep on his purpose and his calling of artwork and the Urban Ink Gallery here in the lovely city of Champion. Give them your Instagram and your social media handle.
Urban Ink Gallery on Instagram, _Don_Louis on Instagram. Same on Facebook. Y'all tap in.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Give it up for Don Louis on the Ant Hole podcast, baby.
Right on.
Yeah.
Till next time.
Yeah. Appreciate it. This is number 1. We're going to do another one. Yes, sir. Appreciate you. Mm-hmm.